Know about these Warriors, man. Let me fix this real quick. Trying to tell you. We gonna get into it tonight. We gonna have a conversation tonight. It's gonna be a lot of I feel like it's gonna be some changes. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some changes. And it looked like it need to be, you know what I mean? Look like it need to be some changes. I mean, for the Warriors for them to perform like they did in this game 6. Man, gonna be some changes. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to see. I just feel like we're gonna have to make some changes. Gonna have to be some changes because for them to lose this game the way they did, the way they lost this game, was Draymond coming back? I mean, this is the year, this is final year of the contract, and he has an option, from my understanding, to be a free agent this year. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Poole just got all his bread. Jordan Poole just got a lot of money. You know what I mean? Klay Thompson. What happened? What happened? You know what I mean? Klay Thompson didn't show up today, man. You know what I'm saying? But I got to give it up to Stephen Curry, man. I got to give it up to Curry because he did his thing. You can say what you want to say about the Warriors. They were thin too. I will give the Lakers this. They are a tall, lengthy team, the Lakers wise. And they really exposed the Warriors. They exposed the Warriors, not only how short they are and how thin they are as well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know at this point, something got to give. Something has to change. You know what I mean? Something has to change. You know what I mean? So that's the question. You know what I mean? What they're going to do. Because for them to lose that game the way they did, it's unacceptable. I mean, they really got whooped, man. You know what I mean? And let me hold up. We can go back into it. 'Cause they really lost this game horribly. It wasn't even close. I mean, after the first quarter, I mean, it was fighting to get back into the game after the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I personally feel it's going to be some changes made. There are definitely going to be some changes. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. I do feel like it's time. Curry is up there. Curry ain't going nowhere. You know, Klay Thompson, I'm pretty sure he locked in as well. But we need to make some changes. I mean, the end of the game, the score was 101 to 122 Lakers. 101 to 122. So they beat them by 21 points. And they really was winning. I mean, every quarter. Every quarter they was up. You know what I'm saying? The first quarter, it was 31-26. Lakers 31. Second quarter was 25-20. Lakers 25. Third quarter was 31-35. Lakers with 35. Fourth quarter was 24-31. 31. Lakers with 31. So they literally won every single quarter. And I will give, you know what I'm saying? I will give Clay his respect because, I mean, excuse me, I'll give Stephen Curry, I give Curry his respect for the fact that he still balled out. You know what I'm saying? He still balled out. I mean, he didn't, overall, he performed. You know what I'm saying? I understand they said Wiggins was hurt. He only gave us 6 points. Gary Payton II, 4 points. Draymond Green actually had 9 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Stephen Curry, 32 points. Klay Thompson, 8 points. Davinsko, he actually played pretty good. Dante, he actually did well. He had 16 points. He was an X factor. He actually performed well. He actually played better than Klay Thompson. Kevon Looney, 9 points, 18 rebounds. He came to play. You know what I'm saying? Kevon Looney came to play. You know what I'm saying? He had 9 points, 18 rebounds, and 2 assists. So Kevon Looney came to play. The only three players that came to play tonight was Curry, Kevon Looney, and Dante Davinsko. I can't pronounce his last name, so forgive me for that. Jordan Poole had 23 minutes, 0 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 points. The pool party. It was not a pool party, man. You know what? I got a big issue with that pool guy, man. You know, rumors saying that he spent over 500,000 on, you know what I'm saying, on Ice Spice. You know what? It's Ice Spice fault, man. It's Ice Spice fault because I don't know what the hell she doing to that dude, man. You know what I mean? I gotta blame somebody, man. It's Ice Spice. You know, he was a munch. He was a munch tonight, man. Literally. Ridiculous, man. Jordan Poole. Wasn't no pool party. He wasn't nowhere close to a pool, man. Ridiculous. He had 7 points. You know what I'm saying? Moody, he had 6 points. So it just, and then on top of everything, our bench got exposed, man. You know what I'm saying? This series, you know, with the NBA, especially any hardcore fans or anybody that just understand the game of basketball, in the playoffs, it's all about matchups. You know what I'm saying? And positions. And we was getting exposed. The Warriors got completely exposed when it came to how thin we are, and on top of that, the height. They was killing us, man. That's why I give Kevon Looney a lot of respect because he was doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta say this: going into next year, well, I mean, excuse me, going into this off season, change is gonna have to be made. There's gonna have to be some changes. You know what I'm saying? Because for the Warriors to lose like this by 20, roughly 22 points, it was 21, 101 to 122. So 21 points, but it wasn't even close. I mean, we got within 5 points, and then after that, we start, you know what I mean? They go on a run. And then also the turnovers, man. And like I said, I'm a Warriors fan, but I got to give the Lakers their props, man. But one thing about me, my core of my channel, I'm a stand-up individual. So even in our loss, I'm still bringing this live. Let's see how many people that say they Warriors fans and they content creators. Let's see how many people go live and discuss the loss. See, I stand in mine. You know what I mean? But this don't make no sense, man. The way they lost, my thing is I can respect the loss. But the way they've been getting beat, you know what I'm saying? The games that we lost, except for the first game, the first game they played of the series, that was the only close loss. Outside of that, it wasn't. You know, what was that? Who was it? Ryan say? What you say? Hold on, pull that back up. See if I can pull it up. We'll see what the message says. Yeah, Steve Kerr is a great coach. Okay, Ryan, you say Steve Kerr is a great coach, but who puts Clay for so long, even when it's evident that it was not his night? I would have put Dante for for the whole fourth quarter. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you. He definitely should have took Clay out. But see, but if you think about it, Ryan, check this out, right? They Clay is the number 2 splash brother, man. So they had to leave Clay in there. I understand they should have took him out, but they had to leave him in there for the fact that he could get hot. He a streaky player. You know what I'm saying? Clay is a streaky player. So they had to leave him in, man. I mean, I do agree. I do feel like they should have called more plays for Dante because he clearly had the had the hot hand for a degree. You know what I'm saying? And but the other thing is they was just getting exposed a lot, man. They was getting exposed. You crashing the boards. They really was getting exposed, man. So and with the playoffs, like I said, it's all about matchups. We really didn't match up well with the Warriors, man. I mean, excuse me, with the Lakers. We didn't match up well with them. And it was exposing us. And also with what I'm saying, I gotta definitely tip my hat to you know what I'm saying, to LeBron, man. I gotta tip my hat to LeBron, man. He was backing him down. Every time he got the mismatch, he kept backing him down in the paint. And that was the other problem. When we had the chance to really go up or score them points, you know what I'm saying? When Clay Thompson, which I mean, I think after a while they just figured, hey, we're gonna let Clay shoot. We're gonna let him shoot because he looked like he didn't have it. So they played on that. You know what I'm saying? They played on it. And we got exposed, man. But I definitely think we need to make some changes, man. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but Jordan Poole, I gotta say, after that Draymond Kyle, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can say, after the Draymond, you know what I'm saying, what he did to Poole, that could affect the Poole. But overall, I mean, Poole haven't been playing great this whole playoffs. And Klay Thompson, if you want to be real, Klay Thompson haven't been playing great since last year, since he came back from his injury. I felt like last year against Boston Celtics, last year in that championship series, right? I felt like Curry was saving Clay. Like Clay had a little couple of streaks in there, but Steph Curry was his greatness was able to overshadow what everybody was lacking. But in this particular series against the Lakers, it was too much. You know what I'm saying? It was too much. He really couldn't hang. You know what I mean? It was just too much for him to bear, for him to be able to withstand. And with LeBron backing him down, you know what I'm saying? Stiff arm, backing him down, backing him down. It got ugly, man. It got real ugly out there. You feel me? So my question is, what are they gonna do with the GM? You know what I'm saying? What they're gonna do in the offseason? Because like I said, I believe Draymond has the option to be a free agent if he not already going to be a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So they just gave Jordan Poole that big bag. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? And then, no, also Kaminga, man. What happened to Kaminga? What happened to Kaminga? He was supposed to be the next, you know what I'm saying? The next one. I feel like Kaminga, he's too light, man. You know what I mean? I know they got him as a rookie and all that, but he was no good throughout this whole playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to figure out what's the next move. You know what I mean? What's the next move? Because something got to shake, man. Something gonna have to shake because this is not going to be the future, dude. For this, the dynasty, like that's why I titled this video, "Is the dynasty over?" You know what I'm saying? Is the dynasty over, or is the dynasty over the way we see it? Meaning that they're going to swap out some of these players, make some trades, do whatever they need to do. But something got to give. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to figure it out. In the Bay right now, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody in the Bay feeling it, you know what I'm saying? For all the Warrior fans in the Bay Area out here, man, you know, and also across the world. Come on now. It's just a rough situation, you feel me? So it's like, I don't get it. I don't get it, you know? So it's like, the question is, what is the off season going to look like? You know? What kind of changes need to be made? Because I tell you this, for Jordan Poole to get what he got and for his performance to be what it is, that's a problem. Draymond Green, he actually produced this series. I got to give it to him. But is it time to move from Draymond Green? You know what I mean? Or even, they don't want to hear it though. But even with Clay, is it time for us to find a way to get a package deal? Maybe get a Damian Lillard type? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I, I would hate to see Clay leave. I'm not saying I want him to leave, but I'm just saying if the right package come available, is it time to move from Clay? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm just saying if we get the right deal, right? If we get the right package, right? You see how they gave all that up to get it's Kevin Durant for the Suns. You see how they gave up so much to get Kevin Durant. I'm just saying, if we could somehow package Poole, Clay Thompson, just saying, might be able to do a three-way, four-way deal with multiple teams involved. I'm just saying. You feel me? Because Curry, what, tapping 35? So we probably got another good 3, 4 years out of him. So it's time for us to level up. You know what I'm saying? So I would hate to see him go, but at the same time, we about rings over here. I'm sorry, I've been spoiled. We- I'm here for the rings, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the rings. So just saying, I'm gonna drop this link in here just in case anybody want to tap in. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. A couple of times. So I got the link up there. Anybody that want to tap in with me, just you come on camera with me. Just just keep it respectful. You can, even if you're a Lakers fan, man, you can welcome on my platform. You know what I'm saying? To tap in with me if you choose to. You feel me? So yeah, man. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's like something has to be done. To be honest with you, since the injury, since all of when they had the major injuries, when Clay went down, Curry went down, when we had Kevin Durant when he went down. This is kind of like, I wouldn't say a complete rebuild, but we need to do some shuffling in the deck, man. I think it's time. And you know what I'm saying? I would hate to see Draymond leave. I would hate to see Clay leave, but maybe it's the time for us to, like I said, look for a better package deal. Because one thing you can count on, you know what I'm saying, what I guess what the stats say and what we have seen is Curry. He does his thing. Now, of course, he has his slump periods, but throughout this whole playoffs, Curry been the most consistent out of besides Kevon Looney. It's been Curry and Kevon Looney this whole playoffs. That's been the most consistent. You know what I'm saying? And so whoever give us the best opportunity to get the rings, it's that time. And be honest with you, all year I've been very disappointed with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised they lost. I just don't like the way they lost. You know what I mean? They're like, there's nothing wrong losing. I don't have an issue with the loss, but for you to lose the way they've been losing and the fashion they've been losing, it's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. So I feel like all year we've been having to deal with this, the inconsistency on the road, especially on the road. I mean, it's just been horrible watching the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I knew it was going to come back and bite us in the tail, right? I knew it was going to come back eventually. And it's like, it happened. It's like, unless Curry just really went bonkers and put up 50, it was really the only way we can win this game. And be honest with you, even if we got past the Lakers, what we gonna do with Denver? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do with Denver? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really don't know what to say about that because the inconsistency is there, and it was kept getting exposed. And as you get deeper in the playoffs, a lot of your flaws, if teams with great coaches, you know what I'm saying, and strategies, that's how they be able to really beat you. It's all about the strategy of how putting certain players in certain positions, and that's what we had tonight. It from and really from tip off, you can clearly see the Lakers. They wasn't trying to go to a game seven. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, I mean, Curry have been doing this for the last few years. I give him a lot of respect. When them threes not going in for Curry, he start taking it to the hole. And I felt like even with Clay Thompson, even by him not having a good shooting night, why you not trying to take it to the hole, man? Try to make a, you know what I'm saying? Try to get an easier shot. That's the only thing that really irritates me watching the Warriors lately. Even with Jordan Poole, man. It's like after a while, man, them threes not going in. Start going and taking it to the basket, take it to the hole, try to get it easier too. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't have to be a three, 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 three. And I felt like even throughout the whole season, not just the playoffs with the Warriors, when them threes are not dropping, man, take that thing to the hole. Take the rock to the hole, man. At least get a better quality shot, a high percentage shot, as opposed to keep throwing up the threes, chucking the threes up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. So I just feel like with the Warriors, man, this off season, I feel like some changes need to be made. And like I said, I know with Draymond, there's supposed to be a year where I believe he has an option. He has an option for him to opt out of the contract. So I think we may need to do some type of package deal. Yep, every team knows this. Is there okay, 3 years going. Yeah, that's true. It's like that's what I'm saying with those threes. Oh my god, man. It's like if them 3 balls not dropping, man, take it to the hole. But like I said, I can give it to Curry, right? I can give it to Curry. You know what I'm saying? Curry, he at least take it to the hole. Yep, exactly. I agree with you. Yep. They have too many few players to attack the rim. That's true. And but see, a lot of it is the height. And now, like I was saying earlier, what happened to Kaminga, man? Kaminga, I know he's young, but he's been with the Warriors for a while. I know they drafted him, I believe, as a rookie. He was a no-show through this whole playoffs. I felt like if he would have been able to produce with Kevon Looney, that would have been that double team we could have had in the hole. But overall, I feel like the Lakers, I hate to say this, you know what I'm saying, with Clay, with Draymond, even with Poole, if we can get a better package deal, you know what I'm saying, maybe get a Damian Lillard type and then some type of defensive player. Hey man, let's make a deal. You know what I'm saying? But I would hate to see Clay leave. You feel me? But at the same time, they getting older, man. And it's time, it's either rings or bust. You know what I'm saying? We've been spoiled too long. So Curry, I feel like he got maybe 3 years left. You know what I'm saying? Because he turning what, 35 this year? So yeah, he got about another good 3 years, man. So it's rings or bust. That's it. So I feel like if we can get a better package deal or get a package deal with maybe multiple teams, well, we can get a better deal for Clay, Poole, and if we somehow link Draymond in there, sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If the Warriors go for a big. This. Oh, we say. Hold on. Let me see. Man, my little screen it go by so fast. Hold up. Let me see what you say, Ryan. The Warriors go for a big. This free agency. Who would you prefer? Lyles, Jermaine Grant, Harrison Barnes. Definitely not Harrison Barnes, bro. Sure. Hell no. Harrison Barnes. Remember we had Harrison Barnes. He kind of he I maybe Lyles. I gotta say Lyles. He would be good. I don't know Grant. Uh, I don't know, man. See, but the problem with the players you mentioned, they not really good shooters either, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we still need somebody that can at least get up some shots. Barnes is definitely a no, man. He can't hit nothing, man. You see how he was for sack? He's good. No. Let me see. Who can I think of? Let's see. Yeah, for a few bigs, I gotta say maybe I don't know. I mean, I just feel like even if they're not even free agents, that's why I say in a package deal. Because you got to remember, Clay Thompson, a lot of teams will want him. So if we can find a way to get a package with maybe with multiple teams involved, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a big contract. I feel like at this point, it's time to move Clay and Poole too, be honest with you. Because Poole, he just jack up shots after a while, man. He hit nothing but air. You know, he don't even hit the rim half the time. He just jacking them up. Oh man, there's nothing going down. He just start jacking up threes, man. So I just feel like probably be honest with you, if we can find a way. Oh, nah, I was about to say from the Suns. I know they want to get rid of the big for the Suns, but he wouldn't be no good for us either, though. So I don't know. I don't really know who, but if we can work out some type of deal, though, I think we can get something. Because I know a lot of teams will want Clay. So we throwing Clay in the deal, man. You can have Clay. Come take Clay off our hands, man. You know what I'm saying? Come take Clay off our hands. So yeah, but I agree though. No too many free agents. Not too many. Okay, I was trying to say not too many free agents, bigs. Okay, probably not. But like I said, it's not even a point of them being a free agent though. You know what I'm saying? Because look how they did the deal for Durant. He wasn't a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So for Durant to go to the Suns, they had to offer a package deal. So for the Warriors, that's what we got to do: get a package deal cracking off. You feel me? Yeah. But we going something got to shake. You know what I'm saying? Because let me see. Let me check something else. Because let me look at the paint. Let me see how they was in the paint, right? So for the Lakers, right? Check this out. So Anthony Davis, he had 20 rebounds. Anthony Davis. So they was killing us in the paint. So I'm not even gonna look at the score. We ain't even focus on the points because the points is already there. I'm just looking at the interior. So just for look at so AD had 20 rebounds, 3 assists, right? Austin Reeves, he had 5 rebounds. LeBron James almost had 10 rebounds. He had 9. 9 rebounds, 9 assists. They was killing us on the boards, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like at this point we need to offer a package deal. I would hate to see Clay leave, but I feel like we need to get a package deal for Clay, Jordan Poole, and if and Draymond Green. I hate to see him leave though. I will admit. But at this point, with Steph Curry, in his mid 30s, I feel like we got about another 3 years with Steph Curry. It's rings or bust. You know what I'm saying? We've been spoiled out here in the Bay for too long. So it's rings or bust right now. So I would say uh it's time, man. I feel like it's time. So if we can get a package deal, that's the best way to go. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come online, if you can come on, I can bring you on camera. If you tap on the link, you can come in here and have a conversation with me. It's good. But I just feel like something got to shake. And we've been embarrassed, man. You feel me? This is an embarrassment. And I don't like this, bro. I don't like that feeling, man. Not the way it is. Because, like I said, it's nothing wrong losing, but the way we lost, man. By 20, the game six. What happened to game six, Clay? What happened to game six, Clay, huh? That's what I want to know, man. What happened to Clay, man? Game six, Clay. I don't understand. What happened to game six, Clay? I mean, he was a no-show. I gotta look at these numbers again, man. That's why I say, man, it's time to hey, we need to get a package deal. Check this out, right? Clay Thompson played 38 minutes, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 points. 8 points for game six, Clay. 8 points. Why? That's the reason why we lost by 20. How the hell Clay Thompson gonna have 8 points, man? I mean, I expect Kevon Looney to have 8 points, but not Clay Thompson. 8 points? Man, get him up out of here. It's time to give him a package. Let's get us a pack. You see what they gave up to get Durant out there in Phoenix, right? So we ain't even don't worry about the free agents. We don't need to focus on that. We need to focus on let's get us a package deal. Y'all can have Draymond, Jordan Poole, and Clay. We can work some type of four-way team split where we can get Damian Lillard and some type of big something, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather take Dame over Clay right now. I'm sorry, bro. And I hate to say that because it hurt my heart, man. Because I'm a Bay Area native, born and raised out here. I love the Warriors. ever since you know what I'm saying? Since Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullin, you feel me? But it's time. We gotta make some changes, man. You feel me? So let's get a package deal going. So the owners, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to look at this and understand, man. We need to make some changes, bro. We need to make some changes, man. Because this rings a bus over here, man. This rings a bus, man. You know? It's time to shake. It's time to shake it up because for them to lose the way they lost, and they kept getting exposed as they continue going to the hole. They just kept exposing them and just exposing them. You see how after a while, you know what I'm saying? LeBron, he just kept, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, backing them down. That's all. After a while, that's all he did. He said, "You know what, man? Y'all too light, man. You feel me? The Warriors is just looking too light in the ass out there, bruh. It was looking real light, man. And I felt like after a while, the Lakers just really start paying attention. Like, oh yeah, these boys, they ain't ready for this. So, yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. That might be a good one. That might be a good one. Turner for Jordan Poole. That might be a good one. But like I said, I'd rather have us do a package deal. So we can maybe do it through like a 4-team split, 2-team, 3-team split. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody got to be able to absorb those big contracts, and maybe one team can't do it. So that's why I keep saying maybe somehow we could do a split. You know what I'm saying? But Jordan Poole, man, somebody need to holler. Y'all need to DM. Y'all need to DM what's her name? Ice Spice. Y'all need to DM Ice Spice for Jordan Poole playing, man. Ice Spice must have broke up with him or something. You know what I'm saying? Because this don't make sense, man. What I hear, you know what I'm saying? For Poole to play, he must be playing. You know, something must have happened, man. Yeah, I agree. Klay Thompson contract is too big. Yeah, and that's why I say we need to do a split. We have to do like a three-way team split because I believe Clay's getting over 200 million. Yeah, yeah. I mean, unless he go to like a team like maybe Sacramento or something, he would have to for one team to pick up Klay Thompson contract. It would have to be a team that doesn't have a big superstar, basically. So it'll be somewhere like Sacramento, maybe New York, because I don't think they have nobody on a super max contract. It would have to be something like that. But that's why I'm saying right now it would be best for us to do a package deal with multiple teams where everybody pick a little bit from each different team to spread out that budget. You know what I'm saying? But best believe I guarantee you this off season, oh them GMs, the Warriors GMs and coaches, they definitely finna look at a lot of different things because it's not just a loss, but they was getting spanked out there, bro. They was spanking them. It was like, man, that's why I said at the end of the game, after a while, LeBron just kept backing them down. You know what I'm saying? Backing him down. What they couldn't do nothing. It was too light. So something got to shake, man. Something got to shake because this ain't cracking, man. This is not cracking. You feel me? They looking. They was just toying with him after a while. Like, you know what? We finna just keep backing you down. You ain't finna do nothing. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. Something got to shake. But yeah, I agree with you though. Klay Thompson contract is way too big. It's too big because I want to say they're definitely getting over 200 mil. So it would have to be a team that's in desperate of a superstar that has that budget. So I would say definitely Sacramento, New York Knicks, New Jersey. How he part, you know what I'm saying? New Jersey Nets. I'm pretty sure since they got all them picks, New Jersey definitely got to because they got rid of everybody. They got rid of Kyrie. They got rid of course, I mentioned Kevin Durant. So teams like Sacramento, New York Knicks, New Jersey Nets. Them the only teams I can think offhand where they have enough, they have a big enough budget that's still available for them to pick up a contract like Clay Thompson. So yeah, man, some major decisions got to be made this offseason because this is ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. So something got to shake. You know, 'cause this is just too much. Like it don't make no sense for this to go down the way it's going down. You know what I mean? And I feel like, let me see. Let me see if they gotta be talking about this too. Check and see. I'm not gonna play no audio though, but I'm finna let me see, put it on 'cause I ain't trying to get no strike. YouTube ain't playing, man. I want to play a little bit of the conference talk about it, but YouTube ain't playing, man. They give you strikes. We ain't fucking with them strikes, man. I don't want no strikes on my shit. But I gotta say this though, right? I think that the thing of it is, it's at a point where the Warriors have to make a major decision. They have to make a major decision. And like I said, everybody said the coach is great, but we need some changes, man. It's time for some players to go or some type of package deal, something, because for them to get whooped the way they got whooped, because look at the field. They got it showing now. So the Warriors percentage of shooting was 37%. For them to beat a high power offense, we shot only 37% for the game. The Lakers was over 50% for shooting, making shots. So yeah, it's time. It's time for some changes, man. We need changes. That's the only way this is going to work. You know, that's the only way this is going to work because it don't make no sense for us to be such a high power offense for them to get whooped the way they're getting whooped, man. It's unacceptable. You know what I mean? It really is. Let me see. I can't find it. But I'll tell you this though. We can't let this happen again. At least not this way. They can't lose the way they just did because they just got smacked out there, man. They was just giving them the business out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was getting ugly. I mean, it was ugly the whole game. We was really never in the game. The whole game. For us to be the defending champs and we not even in the game, that's unacceptable, man. So that's why I say some changes gotta be made. It has to be. You know what I'm saying? It's inevitable for us not to make changes. It has to be. And like I said, I would hate to see Clay leave. I would hate to see Draymond leave, but something gotta come. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that one. Maybe though. Let me see. Yeah, but Kaminga, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I agree. They are nasty. They nasty. I just think it's just showing. I mean, be honest with you, Ryan. I just feel like as you get deeper into the playoffs, the great teams, the good teams, the well coached teams, they really just expose a lot of your weaknesses. In the regular season, you able to kind of play willy nilly, kind of like freely, where certain teams don't, lock in the way they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But as you get in the playoffs and you playing the same team over and over again, the great coaches and the well coached teams, they find a way to tap into your weakness. You know what I'm saying? They find a way to tap into your weak areas. And that's basically what the Lakers was doing. They figured that, hey, the Warriors are not good in the paint. They shoot way too many threes. And when they go in, of course, it's great. But when they not going in, they just keep chucking them up. So I feel like they was just playing a number game. They was like, you know what? It look like they not on tonight. So we literally gonna let you shoot the threes, but if you ever try to come to the paint, we gonna have it blocked in. Well, you can't do nothing. And that's basically what was happening the whole game. You know what I'm saying? The whole game. Excuse me. It was just giving them the work the whole game. You know what I'm saying? The whole game, they was just giving them work, bro. So it's like, what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you look at the situation like, man, they really exposed us and we really didn't have no get back. Like after a while, it just started looking real like, damn, like for real, this how this game gonna end? This is how we really finna go out? You know what I'm saying? Like we really finna go out this way? Like we're not even gonna make the game competitive or nothing, huh? We just gonna get spanked out here and just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna really get spanked like that where we finna just sit here and just get pretty much mollywopped. Do you feel me? That they pretty much just put a whooping on us, man. Just spanked us like, you know what I mean? Like, get up out of here. You know what I mean? So that's why I said we need some changes, man. They definitely need some changes, and it's time. Clay been there pretty much his whole career, of course. Draymond been there. Poole is new, but it's time for changes, man. It's time for changes because we got spanked tonight, man, and it wasn't even close. Do you feel me? Huh? It wasn't even close. So it's like something got to shake. And another part, the other issue we didn't have no bench. Like I was mentioning earlier, Kaminga, he barely played the whole playoffs. He barely played. You know what I mean? And Gary Payton, I mean, he did his thing, but at the same time, right? We need more offense. The defense was cool, but when the game start getting stagnant, where we just not hitting those threes, we need some players who can either go to the hole or punish him by taking it to the hole a lot. That's why I give Curry a lot of props because after a while, once his threes wasn't dropping, he started taking it to the hole, trying to do the little, the finger rolls, and, the little teardrops. He was trying to give them all that, but it wasn't enough. He needed at least one other person. Yeah, I agree. Yep, I would agree with you. Said I think, okay, what changed the most was our paint presence. I agree. That paint. But that's what I'm saying. That's the part that I hate about the Warriors, at least of lately. It's like once them threes not going in, like instead of keep jacking them up, take it to the hole, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the Lakers was doing all night. That's why we kept being in foul trouble. We stayed in foul trouble because they kept taking it to the hole. Yeah, a couple of role players like, okay, okay, yeah, I think them, yeah. I think that would be cool. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. But we need some really solid good role players. Because honestly, when them shots not going in, that's when you start picking up. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start taking it to the hole, or not even okay. You don't have to go take it to the hole, but at least get a high percentage shot, get a closer 2 pointer. You don't have to keep jacking them threes up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you keep jacking all them damn threes up, man? I tell you, man. So that's what this off season. There's going to be a lot of. I personally feel like a lot of changes are going to happen. And guess what? The Warriors haven't done that in so long. It's needed. It's needed, man. Because look how they're getting whooped out there, and it's not even just this series. Think about the previous series, the regular season. It was horrible in the regular season. When they go to other stadiums, away games. Once the away games happen, man, it was getting spanked out there. So it's time for a change. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you in that relationship, right? You know what I'm saying? You was with her since high school, right? Y'all done even went to college together. Okay. But now y'all start dealing with real life. And now it's kind of like, I don't know if I really want this anymore. Yeah, but changes are required. Yeah. But we have probably one of the best coach in the league. I agree. Yeah, I mean Kerr, I give Kerr a lot of props. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say this: ever since Kerr got there, if you notice, even with Curry, he was already shooting the threes, but it just came more efficient. Like the plays became a lot more advanced to the type of game that they wanted to play, which is the run and gun, the pop and shoot, screen, 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 till you get that clear shot that you want, or a better high percentage shot. So since Kerr came and became the head coach, I do feel, with the Warriors, they really start to explode after that. But now we come into that crossroad period now. You know what I'm saying? That most people and players don't want to talk about. We at that crossroad where a decision has to be made. So we say, do you think they will fire her last three championships winning coach got fired in 1 year? Nah, they're not going to fire Kerr. I wouldn't say that. No, because the thing of it is, he has been producing, and this part, the bad shooting is not on Kerr. If you wide open and you miss the shot, that's not the coach's fault. You know what I'm saying? The coach ain't out there shooting threes with you all day. The issue I would say with Kerr is when them shots is not going in, when they call a timeout, he need to be emphasizing taking it to the hole more, trying to get a better high percentage shot as opposed to keep jacking the threes up. I feel like if any knock on Kerr, I will say that is that okay, we are a 3-point shooting team, but sometimes those threes ain't falling. And when the threes not falling, I need more play structured for you to get, closer to the basket shots, high percentage shots. So if it's one knock I would give Kerr is that. I felt like once the three's not going in, you call a timeout. What kind of plays are you calling after that? And your play calling should be okay, let's find a way to get you a better, cleaner shot and closer shot as opposed to keep jacking up these threes. But I would say Kerr is pretty safe. Now, if it keep happening, I will say, like Doc Rivers, you know what I'm saying, for the Sixers, he may be fired. Because every coach, every team that Doc Rivers went to, they don't perform well. They all do the same thing. They fizzle out after some point. So with Kerr, you got to give him a little bit more leeway because this is really the first time. Because the last time it happened, everybody was injured. So this is the first time it happened. So I don't think he's going to be fired. No, I don't think so. Not at all. I think for anything, they're gonna look to him to help guide what players they're gonna go after. You feel me? So yeah, excuse my nose all stopped up too, man. My allergies been killing me. But yeah, I think that's what it would be. I don't think Kerr won't be going nowhere. He should be okay with that. But like I said, Clay, Jordan Poole, Draymond Green, Paminga. Hey, I mean, if you look at it, Moody been playing a lot better than Kaminga. So I think Moody might be safe, but Kaminga, Clay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Draymond Green. If we can work a package deal, adios amigo. Sayonara. You feel me? Hey man, hey, what if you ever come to the Bay, man, I'll give you the hand clap from ever at a game. Like, hey, appreciate you playing with us, but we'll do you like we did Mac Barnes, man. You know what I'm saying? Matt Barnes, you know what I'm saying? They got rid of him. Once they start switching up the players, you know what I mean? When Curry start being Curry, they was like, okay, we need to get you better players around you. So I think, yeah, it's time for a change, man. It's time for us to switch up that the roster because we was getting spanked, man. They spanked us tonight. They've been spanking us all pretty much this whole series. So it's time to switch it up, man. It's time to get new blood in here, fresh new energy. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple of players in here that's hungry and want that ring. Because you see how, hey, check this out though, right? You see how hungry Kevin Durant was when he first came to the Warriors. He was hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need. We need like some star players that's hungry that don't have no rings. Wink, wink. Damian Leonard. We need that. We need players like him that's hungry and want that ring. You feel me? So we can work out some type of package deal. We should be able to get the players, man. But my opinion, I think it's time for Clay, Draymond, Jordan Poole, and we might as well throw in Kaminga, man. You feel me? Work out a three-way, four-way team split. Adios. You know what I mean, when you come to the Bay, you come back to the Bay, I'll say yada da for you. When you come back to the Bay to play us, we'll say, hey man, what's up with you? But other than that, hey man, we got to make sure Curry get enough quality players around him so we can at least get at least two more rings before he retire. You know, and be honest with you, check this out though, right? Off the Warriors for a second. Thinking about LeBron, if he get another ring, he might retire. I think if LeBron get a ring this year, he might retire. That's my opinion. He might retire. Just saying though. You know what I mean? But just a food for thought on that one. But what you think though? Think the Warriors can pull it out next year? Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know. Think the Warriors think we get another ring next year? Or do you think you need to switch up the team? I personally feel like it's time to blow up the team and get us some fresh new blood and get build around Curry again. You know, that's what I think. You know, Chris Paul want to talk to you. Chris Paul. What we gonna do with that, man? Hey, man. You know, man, y'all gonna be over here dying, man. I'll be dying laughing over here. Chris Paul, what we gonna do with him? You know. And he's done, bruh. Shoot, he better. Hey, can he even play basketball at this point, man? Every other day he hurt. I mean, would he go check the mailbox and sprain his ankle? You know what I'm saying? He went in the kitchen to get a sandwich, and I tweaked my wrist, man. He was spreading mayonnaise on this on this bread, right? Trying to make him a turkey sandwich, and he sprang his wrist trying to spread mayonnaise on the bread. Man, heck no, man. What we gonna do with Chris Paul? Chris Paul, man, he's shorter than Clay. I mean, he's shorter than Steph Curry. What we gonna do with that? Nah, bruh. Nah. He a part-time baller. Yep. Yes, he is. He is a part-time baller, man. He is. Matter of fact, is he a baller though? I'm just saying. I think I was just saying, is he really a baller? Because he seemed like an average player to me. He don't seem like a baller. Because he got hurt when he played for the Clippers back in the days. When he played for Houston, they had the Warriors down, right? He got hurt against the Warriors. Now he in Phoenix. He hurt again, man. Get up out of here. We can't do nothing with no damn Chris Paul, man. He garbage time, bro. Now, he one of the players you put in when the game is over. You know what I mean? That's when you put Chris Paul in, man. I'm sorry, bro. He was good back in the days, man. Now, he's just a player you want to have just to motivate the young guys. You know, that's what Chris Paul is. He just a motivator. That's all he not really, you know how you got certain people on the team just to help like, oh man, I've been here before and this is what to look out for. That's what he for. You know, he like a tour guide when you come into the NBA. Like, this what you do and you know, how you go about your life. That's what he for, man. He ain't about basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? His basketball days behind him, man. You know what I mean? And speaking of that, since you brought that up, right? Do you think now I'm gonna get off topic for a second. Do you think Kevin Durant is going to get a ring again? I'll wait. Do you think Kevin Durant is going to get another ring again since he left the Warriors? Because he been bounced out first round, okay, blew out. I mean, it's our first time getting blew off the floor since we won them rings. So, do you think Kevin Durant is going to get another ring again? Might not. I say guaranteed not. You know what? I'm willing to put up some money on that. I don't think Kevin Durant is going to get a ring ever again. He could have all the money, but he'll never get a ring again. He's done, bro. He French toast sticks out here. You feel me? He's done, man. Stick a fork in him. That was the dumbest move ever, bro. You left the Warriors and became garbage time. So you know what? He on the right team because you got the old man, Chris Paul, and you got the wishy-washy Kevin Durant all on the same team. So yeah, they cool. They gonna stay right where they at the bottom. Do you feel nah, bro. He ain't gonna do nothing, man. He should stay with the work. And guess what? If we still would have had Kevin Durant, we would have won this. He would have had about almost five rings right now. But okay, he's done. He could have all the money in his world, but now, before they used to hate on Kevin Durant for him coming to to the Warriors. Now they gonna be like, bro, you wasn't nothing after the Warriors, bro. Right? Yeah, I agree. So I don't know what the problem is either. He asked the coach for so much players on down. The coach don't know how to make him play team ball. I agree. I'm telling you, bro. See, the Warriors, I gotta say this. The Warriors have the best system. If you have players that want to play in the system and also can produce in the system of the Warriors, because the Warriors is all about passing the potato. You know what I mean? To pass the hot potato to the hot guy. You know what I'm saying? If you hot, we gonna keep feeding you, feeding you. You know, but at some point parts of the game, right? At some points of the game, we just need you to take over. And if you remember when Kevin Durant was with the Warriors, sometimes Curry didn't have it, sometimes Clay didn't have it. But Kevin Durant, if he got it, we gonna keep feeding you. You know what I'm saying? And not too many great players can be comfortable and let their ego go to accept that. Like, you know what? I'm not hot right now. You know, he the it guy, and he's making the shots. So to me, the best system for Kevin Durant was the Warriors. And that's why I say he will never get a ring again. He's done, bro. He done. He ain't finna get nothing, man. Yeah, KD and the Warriors was different. I agree. He was. Well, because remember this, right? You couldn't double team. See, this is the thing. That's why Curry is having so many issues with getting quality shots. Because when Kevin Durant was there, you couldn't double Curry. Because if you double Curry, somebody gonna be left open. You either gonna have Clay wide open or you're gonna have Durant wide open. So basically, by having a three-headed monster the way they had it, it left teams to play them straight up, and that's how they kill you. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, okay, you double Steph. Okay, let me give it to KD. You double KD, we give it to Clay. So every day somebody was getting hot. And if you leave one of the other players alone, eventually Curry is gonna heat up. Eventually Clay is gonna heat up. So it's just and that's why they was killing him. That's why LeBron was mad. But he got his get back though, right? He got his get back, right? Twice too. Because he came back on us 3-1. LeBron did. You feel me? Eddie and the Nets and the Suns, Katie and his team, Katie and the Warriors was a part of the lineup. Yeah, yeah. But KD is done, bro. So since you brought up Chris Paul, KD is done. Chris Paul is done. They'll never get a ring. Well, at least Chris Paul would never actually get a ring at all because he never had one and he never will get one. And KD, he'll never get another ring again because he left the Warriors. I mean, how you go from the Nets? Nets, you had, you know what I'm saying, Kyrie Irving. You had James Harden. What happened? I'm just saying, man. Should have stayed with the Warriors. We would have been chipped up around here. We'd have been looking like the Yankees or something. You feel me? You feel me? You would have to come chipped up Curry. Like, man, he just got rings everywhere, falling all out his pocket. Like, oh yeah, I just dropped the ring, man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my sixth ring. Yeah, yeah. You would have called him chipped up Curry, man. With just rings everywhere. You feel me? But hey, oh well. But one thing you can't say about Curry, he still got two rings without KD. You feel me? Got two rings without KD. And what KD got? Nothing since Curry. Do you feel me? Huh? Just saying. I just feel like this, right? KD, you done. Chris Paul, you can look. Well, I tell you what, with Chris Paul, no matter how much Ben Gay you put on your legs, you know that old man they call it Ben Gay, that smelly ass ointment that you put on your joints, because when you become an old man, your joints be popping and stuff. No matter how much of that stuff you put on your legs and your elbow, man, you ain't gonna be able to do it no more, man. It was bad for KD and the Warriors. He was treated like the main guy. Yeah, it wasn't. You're right. It wasn't that bad for KD and the Warriors. He wasn't treated. He was. Yeah, he was treated as the main man. I agree. He was, and that's why. But see, the issue with KD was this, though, right? I felt like with KD, he let the ego get to him, or he let the social media and people, like Stephen A. Smith, even Skip Bayless, he let all those type of sports announcers get into his head. I personally feel like because KD best place for him to have the best opportunities to win the multiple rings was with the Warriors. There was no reason for him to leave. They also tried to make a deal for him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even try. That was the thing. They was study trying to make a deal, and he didn't want to do it. He wanted to go play with his homeboy, and you see how that worked out. His homeboy in Dallas now, right? You feel me? Playing for the Mavericks, and they ain't even make it in the playoffs. So, just saying, he should have stayed a Warrior. He'd be a whole lot more happier. And this is the part where they say money isn't everything. This is that part right here. Is where you got all the money, but you can't win it. You can't get another ring, though. As a sports player, you know, that's the issue. It's like, damn. Same thing with Damian Lillard. He papered up, but he don't have no rings. When you watch somebody like Charles Barkley when he on TNT when he's talking about stuff, first thing Shaq say is, "You ain't got no rings." you know, Kareem joined the Lakers to win. Yep, you're right. Kareem did win. I mean, joined the Lakers to win. I think didn't Kareem get a ring with the Bucks? Because I know he came from the Bucks. I think he got a ring with the Bucks. But you're right though. Yep, Kareem joined the Lakers to win. It wasn't bad to join a better team, a better franchise. Clear example. You know. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. I thought he won one. Oh, okay. Well, hey, I'm just saying. See? So what's wrong with KD? He just put himself in a bad situation, even worse than what he was in already. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. See? And so, like a game like this, when Clay was off, look how KD would have came in and don't worry about this, bruh. You just play good defense, and me and Curry just gonna lock it down and make sure we win this game. But I tell you this: if KD was still with the Warriors, I don't think we would have had Jordan Poole though, which is a good thing, honestly, because we wouldn't be able to pay Jordan Poole. We would have kept Moody and all that, but we wouldn't be able to pay. We would have kept Kate. We would have been able to keep Gary Payton, Moody, but oh yeah, see, I knew I was right. See, See, I didn't even do my Googles. I should did my Google. I knew it. Yeah, 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 exactly, Ryan. I told you. See, I be knowing, man. I be knowing. I mean, I wouldn't say I know all a lot, but certain players I know a lot of history on. So yeah, yep. He won one with the Bucks. I knew I was right, but it's all good. I appreciate you coming back and telling me that, though. I ain't gonna say I know it all, but I know a little bit. But yeah, yeah, yep. Kareem, yeah, he did win one with the Bucks, and then eventually he dipped. But yeah, but yeah, yeah. If KD would have stayed, yeah, I don't think Jordan Poole wouldn't have been there. JP, I mean, uh, PG, we would end up been able to keep him. Moody, yeah, because they salary is not that expensive, to be honest with you. But I think that would have been cool. But oh well, we got a chip without him. We got two chips without him. So good luck, Katie. And Pete. And I don't even think, and my understanding, since you brought up Chris Paul, I don't even think they're going to bring him back next year because he get injured every year. Every time they need him, he's hurt. So I don't think they're bringing him back next year. And be honest with you, Booker is the same way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he too light. I don't know, man. But Booker always getting hurt too. So I don't know. And then the Suns gave up way too much to get Kevin Durant, man. That's what killed them. They didn't have a bench either. So I feel like the Suns, that's why they really lost. They was getting smacked every game almost, man. If they wasn't scoring them that 50, 60 points, 80 points combined, Booker and Kevin Durant, they wasn't winning. So yeah, I don't think yeah, I don't think KD is gonna win anything else. He's done, bro. Chris Paul, I think he'll retire after this year. Cause you say you're a part-time baller. No, he a part-time player. That's what he is. He play. He give you like 30 games. You better choose how you want to use them. After game 30, oh, my knee, oh, my elbow, oh, my hamstring, oh, I sprained my big toe, my pinky toe. I mean, they about to tell him, hey, man, we appreciate your services. You know how you put in an application online somewhere and you get that email back and you like, oh, they about to tell me when I start training, right? And on the letter, in the email on the letter you get, it says, well, I'm gonna give you a tip. If you ever try to get hired somewhere and they send you a email and it says, thank you for applying here, but unfortunately, once they say unfortunately, that means they're not hiring you. So say they with Chris Paul, they're gonna be like, we appreciate what you done for us. You're a great point guard, but unfortunately, unfortunately, we looking to go a different direction. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe he got the Kardashians curse. Well, I don't know because what about Tristan Thompson? He played for the Lakers, right? Tristan played for the Lakers right now, and they just beat us. So I don't know. Maybe it skips. Maybe it skips players. I don't know. But I don't think it's the Kardashians curse. Only because look at Tristan. Even though he barely played though. I don't even know what he do, honestly. But maybe. I just think with Chris Paul, he burnt out. I'm saying, unfortunately, especially in basketball, because you running and gunning up and down the court for a long period of time, your body just as you get older, you can't recover as fast. No disrespect. I'm joking and stuff, but I just think that's what it is. As you get older, it's hard for your body for it to recover as quickly as it does when you're younger. And that's how you get to pulling hamstrings and sprang this, sprang that. So he just can't. But I'll tell you this: Chris Paul will probably be great for what's his name, Ice Cube, to play in the Big Three. That's where he can play at. He can play the Big Three because they just play half court. So he could be over there being in Big Three. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at Cube. Yay, yay. Today was a good day. We got Chris Paul. Yay, yay. That's where he could go, man. You don't need to be you don't need to be in the NBA. It's too much, up and down the court, back and forth, back and forth. Similar contract is good. Wow, I didn't know that. Saxon got a similar contract to Clay Thompson. Wow. Players are overpaid. I wouldn't you know what? I kind of agree with you, but I disagree with you for you to say that players are overpaid. The reason why they get paid so much now because of so much revenue that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? When Charles Barkley and them played, the NBA didn't have the NBA network television show. They didn't have all these different NBA passes and different things and different social media outlets they're able to make money off of. The merchandise wasn't selling as big as it is now globally. So it's just because, be honest with you, the NBA is making so much money. Because before, be honest with you, the owners were still getting big money back in the days. They just didn't have to pay the players that much. So now, with their union contracts, they have to share more of the wealth. So I wouldn't say they overpaid, but I will say Once you start making that money, I feel like you are obligated and required to produce on the court. Your shot don't have to go in every night, but you should be giving it your all. You should be like, "Oh, I don't feel like playing tonight. Imma just, half-ass it." No, because you're making all that money, you should be coming to work every night like, I need to put it in. I need to put in this work." So, I said, man, certain players, let's see, if we guess, we couldn't expect a role player to have the similar contract as a superstar. True, true. I agree with that. Now, a role player should not have the same contract as a superstar. I agree. But remember this though, like for the Bucks, think of the Milwaukee Bucks. What player want to go to Milwaukee or to Cleveland right now? I mean, let's be honest, right? So if you a role player, but you produce better than the average role player, and it's no superstar on your team, they have to pay somebody. You feel me? The way the contracts are, and if they drafted you, you know what I'm saying? You have all these different bonuses by you staying with your original team. So I agree. A role player shouldn't get the same money as a superstar, but if you the best player on your team, even though you average and you play for a team that nobody want to come to, they gotta pay you. It's just how the market goes. Let's see. A Holiday having some contract with Kyrie has. Yeah, that is crazy though. Because Holiday is not that good, man. But remember the market. It's all about the market that you in. That's why, like New York, Knicks, they can pay certain players even higher than what the Warriors pay because of their market. Regardless how terrible the New York Knicks are, so many people buy their jerseys, so many people buy tickets, even when they losing, they make so much money they have to pay the players, or at least a star player on their team, regardless if it's not a star on anybody else. If it's a player that's producing enough on the team and they got drafted on the team, they got to break them off or let them go. So, so I wouldn't say they overpaid, but I kind of agree with you to a degree, only because if you're an average player, but you the best player on your team and you get paid like Clay Thompson or Steph Curry, yeah. But that goes back to don't hate the game, man. I mean, hate the game, don't hate the player. You feel me? Don't hate the player, you know what I'm saying? Hate the game. So you just, hey, man, he finessing the way he finesse, right? Hey, because think of yourself. What if you was an average player, but you've been drafted to this team and they gotta pay you or cut you? Hey, I'm gonna give me that check. You feel me? I mean, break that off. So yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. I mean, that's just the game of life, though. You feel me? That's the game of life. Some people gonna win that have less talent. And some people gonna lose and have more talent. But it's all about your positioning, and that's what I talk about on my channel. You feel me? That's why I like talking about sports, because my channel is based on having an understanding of yourself and understanding your position, man, and capitalize on those moments. So just like with sports, it's really the same thing. You got to capitalize on the market that you in. So if you're an average player, but you the best player in your market on your team, hey, they got to break that cheddar off. They got to hit you off with that bag, or they're going to have to let you go. But either way, somebody gonna pay. Do you feel me? Huh? And I hope you hit that like. I hope you hit that like button and that subscribe button too. Now, you know what I'm saying? I've been chopping it up for a while, man. Make sure you subscribe to me. Let's say, do you think of should I think of our core? Draymond might be the first one to play. Yeah, I think with Draymond, Might be the first one to plan his next ship. Yeah, I think with Draymond, like I said, I believe this is his last year of the contract, so he has the option to be a free agent. So if he chooses to be a free agent, there's nothing the Warriors can do. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't offer him. From my understanding, they did not offer him a contract, and this was his contract year. So he pretty much can choose to leave if he wants. So it's all on Draymond. It's the ball is in his court right now. You know. But at this point, be honest with you, I think it's time to let Draymond go. Not even because of the Jordan Poole thing, just because I just personally feel like his antics on the floor, man, getting too many technical fouls and critical parts of the game, getting suspended out of games, especially in the playoffs. You know, we were so thin this year. I just felt like he just lost focusness on the moment and understanding that, hey, man, we need you. You can't be getting suspended, kicking somebody in the chest. That ain't gonna fly, man. And as he getting older, he's not productive as producing enough scoring wise. I just feel like it's time for to cut ties with him. Well, Kaminga was supposed to be the one to replace him. That's the funny part. Kaminga was supposed to be the next Draymond to a degree. Yeah. So the Kaminga was supposed to be that, but you see, Kaminga, he wasn't producing nothing out there, man. He was barely doing anything. So that's what it was. Kaminga was supposed to come through. And he barely played the whole playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So, you know, Wiseman is Wiseman still on the what? I don't think Wiseman is there. We have Wiseman left. We have Moody. Moody is was staying because remember we had Wiseman, Moody, uh, PG. Well, PG came back and forth, of course, but yeah, Wiseman is gone. Yeah, we let my Wiseman go and we kept Kaminga. Yeah, so yeah, man. And I don't think none of those players are producing since they left the Warriors too. See, some players only good in the Warrior system, you know? Because even with PG, when he played for the Portland Trailblazers, I know he was hurt for a little while, but he still because I glanced at a couple of games, he wasn't nowhere effective as he was for the Warriors when he went and played for you know, Portland Trailblazers. So when he came back, you know, he played a lot more productive. He was a lot more productive for us than he was for the Trailblazers. That's why they were so quick to trade him back to us or make a deal to bring him back. It was like this ain't working. See, a lot of players only work good in our system because of how we share the ball. You know what I'm saying? We don't play that, the Kyrie thing where you just dribble and dribble and dribble and dribble, and then finally, okay, I might shoot it. You know what I mean? The isolation ball. We don't do ISO ball for the most part. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But I just feel like changes need to be done now. We need changes. You know what I'm saying? We need changes because the way they playing, it ain't cutting it, man. It's not cutting it. So we got the 19th pick in the draft too. Wow, we do. I didn't know that. But shoot, for me, be honest with you, I don't follow college at all. I really don't. But it's good we got the 19th pick. I didn't know that. Not the 19th pick. Okay. We should be able to do something now. But we gotta open up the but the thing of it is, we have too many people on those high max contracts though. So that's why I said we need to offer some type of package deal where we can get rid of some of these big contracts. Clay Thompson is one of the bigger ones. So yeesh, I don't know. Gotta do something though. Something gotta shake, man. Cause this is unacceptable. You feel me? Something gotta shake because this is horrible. And that's what I kind of be honest with you. I was tempted not to go live tonight because I was just like, man, they got spanked tonight. You feel me? I'm just like, ugh. But you know what? I'm a grown individual. I stand on principle. So I had to go live and accept my fate. You feel? So respect me for that, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. And check out a lot of my other videos too, man, because I offer, a lot of different content, but mostly about self-motivation though. So I'm about to shut it down in a minute. Unless I get a couple more questions, I'm gonna shut it down. You know? I appreciate you, Ryan. I appreciate you, man. I rock with you all night. You better be subscribed to my channel, man. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you though. See, that was pretty much all I had tonight. Let me see anything else. If I got any questions, let me know. Anything you want to discuss, just type it in the chat. Um, or if you want to come on live with me too, I dropped the link in there. I'll drop another one just in case before I shut it down. I'll put the link in there just in case anybody want to tap in. You can come on here live with me. I'm gonna shut this down in a little bit if I don't get any more questions. You know, but yeah, I just feel like this though, right? We got to make some changes, man. I know people don't want to see Clay leave, but it's time, bro. It's time. We got to make some changes. It's time to make some changes. And just think about it. All the great teams have done that. They all go through that process where they have to switch things up. Now, you keep a couple of your core people, of course, like Steph Curry, he ain't going nowhere. I mean, people can say what they want to say, but Steph Curry is the only one of the most consistent players on the team. And him and Kevon Looney, I gotta put respect on Kevon Looney. He been him and Curry been the most consistent this whole playoffs. So we got to make some changes, though, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too, man. I appreciate you. See, I'm about to shut it down. So I do want to leave you with this, though, right? Kind of like this Warriors game, right? Sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes your reality, you just have to accept it for what it is. And just like this Warriors game, you feel me? Sometimes you're not going to win, but it's how you take the loss. It's how you accept the process that you're going through will help you be a better individual in your own life. I am Sean B. Stoller. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. Until next time, peace.